नमस्कार। झन्डै 6 वर्षको ढिलाइ पश्चात देशव्यापी रूपमा हुन लागेको सेन्ससको पहिलो फेज आगामी अप्रिल 16 तारिकदेखि मे 15 तारिकसम्म हुन गइरहेको छ। पहिलो फेजमा हाउस लिस्टिङ र हाउस सेन्सस सम्पन्न हुने जानकारी गराएको छ भने भारतको यो 16औं सेन्सस हो र सिक्किम राज्यको यो 5औं सेन्सस हो। सेन्ससको दोस्रो फेज पपुलेसन एन्युमरेसन भने 2027मा सम्पन्न हुने जानकारी गराएको छ। सेन्ससको पहिलो फेज हाउस लिस्टिङ र हाउस फेजिङ अन्तर्गत राज्यका सबै घरहरूमा भएका एम्निटिजहरू रेकर्ड गरिनेछ भने यसपालिको प्रक्रिया पहिलो पटक 100% डिजिटल रूपमा गरिने जानकारी गराइएको छ। यसपालि आम जनताको लागि सेल्फ एन्युमरेसनको प्रावधानको पनि सुविधा राखिएको बताएको छ, जो 1 अप्रिल 2026 देखि 15 अप्रिल 2026सम्म खुला रहने जानकारी छ। आज गान्तोकस्थित टासिलिङ सचिवालयमा पत्रकार सम्मेलन मार्फत सम्बोधन गर्दै सेन्सस अपरेसन सिक्किमको डाइरेक्टर र होम सेक्रेटरीले सेन्ससको पहिलो फेजबारे विस्तृत जानकारी गराएका छन्।
So today's press conference is centered around the conduct of Census 2027. So as you know, the government of India has announced Census 2027 with 1st March 2027 as the reference date, 1st March 00 hours as the reference date. So as you know, this census is being conducted after a long gap of 16 years. So the earliest census was done in 2011. So after that, this is going to be the 16th census in that particular series. If you look at India, we have conducted 8 census prior to the independence of India, and this is the 8th census post the independence of India. So we have a long history of conducting census. For the state of Sikkim, this will be the 5th census post the merger with India. So Census 2027 is a very, very important exercise in that particular regard. In the conduct of census, generally census is done in 2 phases. There is a phase 1 and there is a phase 2. So this press conference is mainly regarding to the conduct of census for the phase 1. In the phase 1 of census, which is generally the house listing and housing census phase, in that we do the enumeration of all the houses in the state and country. So our housing census will start from 16th April to 15th May 2026 within a 30-day time window. So we have to complete the first phase in that particular 30-day period. And the population enumeration, which is the second phase of census, will be done in February of 2027. So with regarding to the first phase of census, I would like to highlight a few things. In the first phase of census, generally we go house to house. Our enumerators will go house to house, and they do the survey of the houses. Generally, the infrastructure of the house and the type of amenities available in the house are taken into account. So amenities like drinking water supply, your electricity connection, LPG, gas supply. So all this, the questions are centered on this particular issues. So after that, housing census is conducted, and then we prepare for the next phase of the census. So this time, this census is going to be completely a digital census. So 100% it will be done through digital means. We have launched a mobile application. So the enumerators will use this mobile app to capture the particular data. And in a first of its kind, the government of India has also launched the self-enumeration. And there is a portal which is se.census.gov.in. So by going to this portal, the citizens can do self-enumerations of themselves. So it is an important innovation where the power to enumerate has been given to the citizens. So through our press and media fraternity, I would like to appeal to all the citizens of the state to undergo self-enumeration, because they can themselves provide the details about their houses on this particular portal. The SC portal will be available from 1st April 2026 to 15th April 2026, which is a 15-day window period. So you can do self-enumerations during this particular period. So through the press and media, I want to highlight this particular innovation, and as well as this message should be published to all the citizens so that they can do their own self-innovation. So one of the major highlights of why census is important is, as you know, Government of India as well as state government, they make various schemes, they make various policies. So underlying those policies, the key facet is that census data is used. So it is very important that we capture the right and reliable data. So in that regard, conduct of census is very, very important for policy formulation and undertaking various schemes by the center and the state government. The second is, since we are a democratic country, our reservation, our delimitation of seats for parliament, delimitation of seats for assembly, as well as in various local government bodies, it is entirely based on census data. So it is also very important in that regard, in that the census data that we capture is true and it reflects the conditions on the ground. The third important, I think, where the census data is actually used is in research and as well as for statistics. So a lot of historical data is available because we have conducted census for such a long time, as well as this census data is generally used for studies by various research scholars, as well as projection of the state's demography, as well as various indicators. So in that regard also, it is very important that we capture the right data from the ground. I would also like to say that entire census is being conducted under two laws. One is the Census Act 1948 and Census Rules 1990. So within the confines of this statutory guidelines, we conduct the particular census. And I would like to appeal to all the citizens of the state to ensure that they enumerate themselves and be counted, because it's very, very important that we should not leave any citizen behind. We should ensure the enumeration of everybody happens so that we can have good quality data which is used for the development of the country as well as for the state. The other important thing is that the census data which is going to be captured is entirely confidential. So the citizens' data is fully protected under Section 15 of the Census Act 1948. So I would like to appeal to all the, especially the citizens, that they need not be afraid when sharing the data because this data is entirely confidential and it cannot be used for any other purpose. The data can only be used for statistical purposes. So that is, it is private, confidential, it is protected by law. So whatever answers that they provide to us will be entirely kept confidential. So they need not worry about privacy of data. So lastly, I think through the press and media, I would like to once again appeal that Census 2027 is now going to take place very soon. And I would like to appeal to all the citizens of the state to come forward and ensure their participation so that we are able to get good quality data for the development of the country in the years ahead. So with this, I would like to end my welcome address. Now I would like to request the Home Secretary, Government of Sikkim, to say a few words.
Thank you, Director sir. The Directorate of Census Operation has outlined everything about the Census 2027, its aims, objectives, the timelines. As the Home Secretary of the state, I being the nodal officer by virtue of the Home Department being the nodal department for the conduct of Census 2027, I would like to clarify 2-3 points. The first point is about the ongoing preparation of the census, how well the state is prepared. The first phase of the state level coordination meeting under the guidance and direction of the Chief Secretary has already been held, wherein matters relating to the collection of information from the citizens, reliable, accurate and complete information, that was stressed upon, and the Chief Secretary as well as the Union Home Secretary has specially made an appeal to all the citizens to actively participate in the upcoming census and give complete and accurate, correct information to the enumerators who will be coming to their houses to enumerate the data. So, as the director has already pointed out, that we have the option of self-enumeration, which will be done from the 1st of April to the 15th of April, the 15-day window period. I would urge all the citizens of the state to take advantage of this opportunity and self-enumerate, so that time is saved for at your end as well as at the enumerator's end. Because most of the, especially in the urban areas, most of the households have employees who go out, be it in the government sector or in the public sector, in the private sector. So when the enumerators come to the households, usually, as per the past experience, the enumerators do not get hold of the persons who they are supposed to enumerate, because the persons, citizens are out doing their daily work. So when you do a self-enumeration, 15-digit self-enumeration ID will be generated when you do a self-enumeration. So once the enumerator comes to your household, then the task of doing a data entry is already over. So the enumerator will just validate and re-verify what has been uploaded by the citizens themselves. So the task will fall short by, say, there'll be the time will be saved, because the data entry has already done. The enumerator just has to verify and validate the data. So in this line, the Chief Secretary also in his earlier address has requested all the appeal to all the citizens to take advantage of this procedure, especially the government employees as well as the employees working in the private sector. The other point I would like to highlight is all these data, digitally recorded data, are, as the director pointed out, is digitally secured, and the issue of privacy of data is also looked into by the Census Act of 1948 as well as the DPDP Act, that is the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. So all the legal provisions are there to ensure that the security and privacy of the census data that is being collected is safe and secure. So the citizens need not worry. So with these, any queries or any questions from the media, we are open to take the seat.
Just to get an idea, sir, it means people need to first log in, enumerate themselves,
Yeah.
then only the physical verification will be there.
So there's an option, like if I want to self-enumerate myself, then I can go to the portal and do the self-enumeration. So there are a set of 33 questions which needs to be answered. So it's all on the online portal. So once the person answers that particular thing, he gets an ID. So during the house-to-house survey, which will take place from 16th April to 15th May, our enumerator will then go to that particular house, and the household just needs to provide that particular ID. So once that ID is provided, automatically whatever information has been gathered, it's automatically available to the enumerator. So the enumerator just validates that and then publishes that particular information to the server.
Okay, my concern is that because everyone cannot be
Yes.
enumerate themselves, because
Yes.
education maybe everyone is not fixed.
Yes.
That's the concern.
Yeah.
And another is how many people are engaged in this sense. In Sikkim, I'm not aware. In
So-
Sikkim, how many people are engaged? And there are many things like census, migrating populations are also there. So how would you like to ensure the migrating population doesn't go through a double count?
Yeah. So I think that question will be more relevant to the second phase. In the first phase, we don't generally count the population, we count only the houses. So the first phase is generally the housing census. So what in the first phase we are doing is we are counting all the houses in the state actually. So the migratory population and all that issues come up in the second phase. So in the first phase we are not dealing with that issue. So this is just the first phase which will start in the month of April is the housing census. So we do the enumeration of all the houses in the state actually.
Number of people deployed to
See, there are various levels of functionaries at the state level. I'm the state nodal officer, and we have some members from the Home Department as in the state team. So we are the nodal department. In the district level, the concerned district collectors are designated as the principal census officers. So they will be assisted by the additional district collectors, additional district collector developments, SDMs. The additional district collector is the district census officer. Additional district collector development is the additional district census officer. Likewise, the SDMs are the charge officers, and for the urban areas, the municipal executive officer, MEOs, and the commissioner, Gangtok Municipal Corporation is the charge officer. Under them, they'll be having their municipal executive officers as the additional charge officers. Likewise, the BDOs will be the additional charge officers, and below them, the actual people who will be taking the enumeration are the supervisors and the enumerators. So in total, we have around 2,459 enumerators and supervisors who will be undertaking the exercises in the field.
Could you repeat it, please?
2,459 enumerators and supervisors
So
spread
actually,
across all the 6 districts.
as you know, census is generally a union subject, but in order to undertake the census, there is a close collaboration between the central government and the state government. So, despite it being a union subject, the main work is actually done by the state government officers. So, as I think Home Secretary has already briefed, it is done under the leadership of the district collectors, who are the principal census officers in the respective district, and we have already given the details of the enumerator and supervisors who will be doing house-to-house survey.
सर एउटा कन्फ्युजन हुन्छ कि जस्तो मेरो घर पाण्डामा हो, म आरिखानमा बस्छु है राइटमा। अब मैले अब सेन्ससमा जब पोर्टल खोलेर लग गरिदिँदाखेरि सबै मैले फ्यामिली डिटेल्सहरू कसरी भन्न सक्छु कि मेरो घरकोले पनि भन्छ कि उहाँ पनि भरेको हुन्छ कि त यता पनि भरेको हुन्छ, अथवा मेरो रुम रेन्टमा बसेको त रुम नम्बर घर हाउस नम्बरहरू मेरो हुँदैन, हो त्यस्तो स्थितिमा कसरी गर्छ?
यो यसमा चाहिँ आई थिङ्क हाउस नम्बर र त्यो बिल्डिङ नम्बर तपाईँले दिनु पर्दैन, खालि क्वेसन्सहरू मात्रै छ। र यसमा चाहिँ तपाईँले जुन चाहिँ सेल्फ एनुमरेट गर्दाखेरि त्यो अनलाइन गरेर तपाईँले खालि तपाईँको घरलाई जियो ट्याग मात्रै गर्नुपर्छ। त्यो पर्टिकुलर हाउस जहाँ तपाईँले सेल्फ एनुमरेट गर्नु चाहनुहुन्छ त्यो हाउसलाई तपाईँले जियो ट्याग गरेर त्यो हाउसको पर्टिकुलर तपाईँले एन्ट्रिजहरू भर्नुपर्छ। र यसमा चाहिँ अब मेरोमा 2टा घर छ या 3टा घर छ भने त्यो सबै काउन्ट हुन्छ एक्चुअली फर्स्ट फेजमा, बिकज इट्स अ हाउसिङ सेन्सस। आई हेभ टु काउन्ट अल द इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर, वेदर आई हेभ 2 हाउस 3 हाउस, इट डजन्ट म्याटर। सो जति नै घरहरू छ त्यसको हाउसिङ सेन्सस हामीले गर्नुपर्छ। र तपाईँले अब एउटा हाउसमा बस्नु हुँदैछ, अर्को हाउसमा बस्नु भएको छैन भने त्यो जुन चाहिँ घर हाउसमा तपाईँले बस्नु हुँदैछ त्यसको एनुमरेट गर्छ, र अर्को हाउस चाहिँ हामीले भ्याकेन्ट डिक्लेयर गरेर, तर इट इज एक्चुअली काउन्टेड। सो वी निड टु काउन्ट अल द जति इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट गरेको छ, जति घरहरू बनाएको छ स्टेटमा, हामीले त्यो सबै घरहरूको एनुमरेसन गर्नैपर्छ।
तपाईँको त्यो सेल्फ इन्युमरेसनको पोर्टल चाहिँ se.census.gov.in यो पोर्टलमा लगइन गरेर तपाईँले साइन इन गरेर चाहिँ यो सेल्फ इन्युमरेट गर्नु पर्यो।
सो अर्को यो सेल्फ एनुमरेसन चाहिँ यो अप्सनल हो एक्चुअली, इट इज नट, इट इज जस्ट टु गिभ एन अप्सन टु द सिटिजनलाई एउटा अप्सन मात्रै दिएको हो। र उहाँले म आफै एनुमरेट गर्नु चाहनुहुन्छ भने उहाँले यो अप्सन एक्सर्साइज गर्नु सक्नुहुन्छ। र इनकेस उहाँले गरेन भने त हाम्रो एनुमरेटर्स त्यो 30 डे विन्डो पिरियडमा हाउस टु हाउस जानु हुँदैछ, र त्यति बेला त्यो घरको एनुमरेट गरिहाल्छ। कि हाम्रो जुन चाहिँ पिरियड छ यो 16 अप्रिलदेखि हाम्रो 15 मेसम्म तपाईँ जति हाम्रो सिटिजन्सहरू हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईँले हाम्रो एनुमरेटर जब तपाईँको घरमा आउनुहुन्छ तपाईँले काइन्डली कोअपरेट गरिदिनुहोस्, किनभने त्यो एनुमरेटरले पनि एउटा इम्पोर्टेन्ट नेसनल ड्युटी उहाँले निभाउनु हुँदैछ। किनभने सेन्सस डेटा चाहिँ एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट डेटा हो, इट इज अ लिगल डेटा, किनभने यो चाहिँ इट इज ब्याक्ड बाई अ लिगल एक्ट। So in all the important government schemes, in all for delimitation of seats, this census data is only used. There is no other data which has a legal backing which can be used. So census data is used solely for all this kind of purpose. So it is very, very important data. र यो डेटा चाहिँ हामीले जति सक्दो छ यो ट्री र एक्युरेट पिक्चर जुन चाहिँ हाम्रो स्टेटको छ त्यो हामीले एकदमै हामीले क्याप्चर गर्नुपर्छ र इन केस डेटा क्वालिटी इस्युज छ भने चाहिँ लङ टर्ममा इट एक्चुली एफेक्ट्स इन द डेभलपमेन्ट र हाम्रो यो सेन्ससको मेन उद्देश्य नै फ्युचरको स्टेटको डेभलपमेन्ट कसरी गर्ने, देशको विकास कसरी गर्ने र यो डेटाबाट क्याप्चर भएको भेरियस डेटाले नै हाम्रो फ्युचरको स्किमहरू निर्माण हुन्छ। र यति भन्दै हाम्रो जति नै हाम्रो सिक्किमे नागरिकहरू हुन्छ उहाँलाई अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु कि उहाँले काइन्डली यो सेन्ससको पिरियडमा काइन्डली हाम्रो एनोमरेटर र सुपरभाइजरसँग कोअपरेट गरेर हामीलाई सफलपूर्वक यो सेन्सस 2027 गर्नु उहाँले एकदमै साथ दिने हामी यहाँबाट अपिल गर्न चाहन्छौँ।
I just would like to add one more point about the citizens. They are legally bound to give information also. If they don't, then there are certain provisions under the Census Act 1948 that they will be penalized for that also. It is not to scare, but citizens, apart from your fundamental rights, you have your fundamental duties also. So just to clarify that, the citizens are legally bound to share information, whatever, not outside information, whatever required information is there is to be given as per the schedule of the census.